he's committed. All right, and we are back here with another game of Pendleton Rugby. This is the second side match against Westfield. We are underway. Kick is up. Ronan Bain with the kick. Puts it deep into Westfield territory. Pressure by the Arabian defense. And now we'll have a goal line drop. So Westfield trying to get it out of their own territory here. Just a couple seconds. As they're taking their time here to set up this goal line drop. The Arabians set to receive. Low kick. Miss. Now sidestep, stiff arm. Goes down after gaining a couple meters there on that return. Arabians pop it to Doze. Move. Brought down by almost the entire forward pod for Westfield. Penalty on Westfield. High tackle up. So Jace Rambusek will tap and go here. And they'll set up stiff arms and tries to dive down for the try, and he'll have it. A second side team. Some dominant offense here, as we saw, similar to the first game, as the varsity for Ronan Bain. And now here we are. We'll go 10. Tyler Dickey knocks it on, unfortunately. Maybe they're going to say it's off his foot, maybe. D. Hayden tries to fight out of that tackle, but he's wrestled down. Stephon Winters to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson to Tyler Dickey. Tyler Dickey on the move, showing some agility. And now back to Stephon Winters in the middle. Pops it to Logan Mendoza. Big Doze. Now Stephon Winters. Lassoed up there by the Westfield defender. Jace now swings it out. Arabians looking to get some movement here on the offense. Throws his shoulder into the defense and gains a couple there. Arabians continue to inch down the field here as Bentley. And now D. Hayden pass is tipped up to Gavin Graham. Gavin Graham trying to get going here, pumping his legs forward. Bentley to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson. That's going to be up. You can't have any blockers in rugby, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Peterson, still new to the game, young talent. And with some room to run here, let's see if they can try and get it out of their territory. Westfield now kick into touch. It stays in. Nope, they're going to raise the flag and say it went out first. And so And so penalty on the Arabians is their penalties for the Arabians. Got them on their heels here, trying to defend the goal line. Arabians holding on to the 7-point lead here. Westfield trying to answer. They got secured. Arabians have possession. Tyler Dickey on the move. A little Le'Veon Bell-esque on that run. Westfield takes possession. Penalty on the Arabians. Trying to run it forward. D. Hyden wrestles him down. Dump tackle there. It's only the beginning of the match, so he'll be back. But they're going to send D. Hyden off for the next 7 minutes, and he'll be over here by me. Unfortunate effort on that tackle, but lifted him off his feet. Illegal. Again. We'll have a line out to Westfield. Secures the line out, and they try and move it up the middle here. Ball pops out. Westfield securing the ruck there. 2 men in the ruck, capping over. And now Arabians trying to go for the Arabians. Stop them in their tracks. Gavin Graham here bringing pressure. Tackled by Cohen. And Preston Seal with the first hit. In back line. Side steps there, goes absolutely nowhere, and the Arabians bring him down. And big hit there by DJ McCrary. Logan Mendoza. Here comes Ben Peterson and company. Logan Mendoza with another one. Big doze. Big hit there by Bentley. Arabians contest that ruck, making them get it out, and they knock. He was dragging it back towards him. Now Westfield tries to surge up the middle here, pops it to Ben Peterson. Wrong team there, and now Stephon Winters tried to get going. Ben Peterson pops it out to Mahaney. Mahaney gets it again and again. Arabian stretching the field here. Ben Peterson right back at him. Big truck there. Looking to try and run this one in. He makes a defender miss and makes another one miss, and now he's in. Ronan Bain in for the try. The Arabians extend their lead 12-0 here. All playing short. A high effort start here. Taking a 2-score lead over the Westfield Rocks. Second side here. They try and get fresh legs on. We saw D. Hyden come in late in the varsity game, deliver a big hit. Kick is up now. Missed one. And they now lead 14-0. Shout out Logan Mendoza out here doing his dance. And the Arabians still on a good run despite being a man short for the next couple minutes. Let's see if they can continue their momentum here. 2.5 minutes. Kickoff is secured by Bentley as he surges forward, pumping his legs, running through defenders, crosses midfield. Jace from Busick passes it to Stephon Winters, bobbles the pass, gets it to Ronan Bain. Ronan Bain now working it out wide. Ronan Bain wrestled down. With it, gives it to Bentley. Bentley's chopped down. Arabians with all the momentum right now. DJ McCrary cuts it in. DJ McCrary's going to be in for the try. And the Arabians continue to pile it on. 17-0 here. Excuse me, that's totally wrong. 19-0. Pardon me for the poor math skills there, but the Arabians with a dominant performance here to start, 19-0. This will line up another hard conversion kick for Ronan Bain, but not sure it'll matter much with the way the Arabians are playing right now. Scoring a lot of tries. And so we'll have a scrum down to Westfield. The Arabians did tip that line out forward, which is a knock. And so despite the good steal attempt there by Cohen, they will have 40 of the Arabians. Another whistle blown. They're going to try and figure it out here in this scrum. Luckily, we have a sir that's very experienced in the scrums. A former prop himself. And so we'll give it another try. Scrum is set. Whistle blown again, and without any adjustments, the Arabians will have to back up and play defense as they could not figure it out there in the scrum. There. And so the sir is going to discuss something with the JV captain here, Jace from Busick. I believe they have a problem with not releasing here. That's what the constant penalties have been. And so DJ McCrary will come off a little shaken up after making that tackle. Jacob McKee will come on, fan favorite right there. You always see him sporting a new facial hair or hairstyle. Started out to see him sporting a new facial hair or hairstyle. Started out the season with a mohawk. Now has a rockin' mustache, as you see him flex right there. And so now Westfield gets it going here. Stiff arms the defender. Tackled there, but pops it out. Arabians trying to get set on defense here. Westfield with some momentum. They give it to the big guy up the middle. Tackled there by Ronan Bain and company. As they try and stretch it out wide, Mahaney now. Wraparound pass knocked on by Westfield. Almost had a great play there. Chase Holland now up the middle, throwing his body into the defense. Battering ram, if you will. Now Stephon Winters pops it out to Bentley. Bentley now to Gavin Graham. Gavin Graham pumping those legs hard, going forward. Big run here for the Arabians as the sweeper from Westfield brings him down. Now Stephon Winters moving the ball right back across the field. Jacob McKee now off to the races. Jacob McKee running forward, and he's going to be in for the try, Jacob McKee. What a score there for one of the fan favorites here on the second side. Jacob McKee tacks on 5 more for the Arabians. And now Ronan Bain will attempt the conversion. Great kicking performance here for the Arabians so far. As they now lead 26-0, I believe. Ronan Bain committed to play rugby at Trine. Young star. This Arabian second side very deep, with a couple of fringe varsity players as well as some players that currently hold offers from other Division I programs, even on the second side. And that kick is good. The Arabians stay perfect on the day for their kicking performances here. The ball has bounced the right way for them here on this pitch, as they now lead 28-0 here in this first half. Just a few minutes left in this first half of play for the second side match here. Arabians off to a hot start, but Westfield here will look to put it deep in their own territory, make the Arabians play uphill here. If they can back them up, they might be able to stop their momentum. Westfield lines up the kick, high flying kick in the air, chased by Westfield's side. Arabians field it. Ball, I'm not really sure what happened there, but there's a penalty, no roll away on Westfield. The tackler did not get out of the tackle in time, and so they will have to pay for it. Arabians get some room to run here. Or in this case, Ronan Bain will kick it into touch, trying to advance the ball down the field. And he does. That ball goes out right around midfield. Ravens have a line out just inside Westfield territory. Trying to continue to put the foot on the gas pedal here in these last couple minutes of the half. The Arabians keep trying to run it up. Westfield trying to stop them and get back in this game. A lot of rugby left to be played. Throw is up and nearly dropped, but secured by Mahaney. Jace pops it out to Stefan. Arabians with advantage. Caleb Petty surges forward. Good run there. Caleb Petty, only a freshman. Offsides advantage. Arabians will continue to play. I believe that was 2 penalties actually on Westfield. High tackle and offsides. So now Jason Busick, tap and go to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson now runs forward, throwing his shoulder into the defense, pumping his legs forward. As he gets a couple there. Now big Logan Mendoza tackled there. Advantage to the Arabians, high tackle on Westfield. Tyler Dickey now. A good offload there at the end as they run forward for more. Another offload there as Gannon Quiggins will dive in for the try. And the Arabians continue to pile it on here as they now lead 33-0. With a complimentary Ben Peterson heel click there. He's clip farming out here, ladies and gentlemen. now Ronan Bain will get another chance at a conversion here. He's had a lot of practice here today. This will be his 5th conversion attempt of the match. So far, 4 of 4. Shout out Casey Graybill, alumni for Westfield here. Marion Stud. Ronan Bain lines up the kick here. Kick is up and hits a car, but it is good. And now the Arabians lead a staggering 35-0 with just a few minutes left in this half. Just under 3 minutes remaining in this half of the match. The Arabians off to a very fast start, on pace for 70 if they can keep this up. Westfield still looking for their first points of the match. As this has been a very unbalanced effort here. Arabian star power starting to shine here. An absolutely electric try by Jacob McKee, I think, is going to propel them to be even better here. And jump ball there. Chase Holland is hitting the air, but he tips it back to Jacob McKee, who secures possession for the Arabians. Stephon Winters pops it to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson pops it to Logan Mendoza. Logan Mendoza throwing an elbow out, running forward, taking defenders with him. Westfield attempts to steal, no luck. Ball pops off Stephon Winters' head backwards, though. Stephon Winters brought down. Now Ben Peterson driving forward as he is finished off by a couple Westfield defenders. And now Ronan Bain stutter step. Breaks one, almost gets loose. Penalty on the Arabians. Coming in from the side on that ruck. Now Westfield will kick it into touch. Ball is nearly kept in bounds by Cohen, but it'll be a line out to Westfield. Throw is up. Tipped back towards the Arabians. Jacob McKee has it. He swung down. Whistle blown. Penalty. We'll have a scrum down now. Knock on, I believe, on the Arabians. The sir is going to bring in the captain. Discuss the problems in the scrum here. He's going to address both teams. Seems we've had a pretty imbalanced scrum effort here. He's trying to make sure that the game stays safe here, as that is his main priority. They're going to ask for a new prop to come into the game to balance the effort. And scratch that, they're going to bring the sub back off. They're just gonna make these scrums uncontested now. Safe way to compromise here for the rest of this match. And so after a long stoppage of play, we're going to get right back into it here for the last few minutes. I believe this is maybe the last play of the match. Of the half, excuse me. Feels like the last play of the match. Chase Rambusic will put it in. No contest. The scrum is secured by the Arabians. Stephon Winters will kick it out of bounds, and that'll be half. And we'll be back in just a few minutes to continue play. The Arabians lead 35-0. And the kick is up. Short kick there. Let's see if it went 10. And it did not go according to plan for Westfield there. I think we're going to have a scrum down maybe? They're going to call a different penalty here. Not sure what happened on that kickoff. Cody Day tried to pick it up. Kick was a little short, and Westfield must have knocked it on or something to that effect. And now Jason Busey gets it to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson to Tyler Dickey. Tyler Dickey is sticked by the Westfield defender. Chase Holland throws his body once again into the defense. And now Jay swings it out. Caleb Petty to Cody Day. Cody Day takes it forward. Driving his legs forward through a couple defenders. He's wrestled down. Now Jace gets it out to Ronan Bain. Ronan Bain now. Quick pass to Bentley. Bentley breaks a defender, breaks another, and is dragged back down. Now Jace swings it out to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson tries the quick offload. Ball pops out a little bit, but I think it was backwards. Adam Farmer has it now. Farmer fighting forward for more. A very big man dominated game so far in this match. Arabians forwards have been at work. As we'll see Ben Peterson here take it up the middle for an easy try. As he just levels. He actually levels the sweeper on Westfield. Absolutely disgusting run there by Ben Peterson. Hits a great line and then steamrolls the waiting Westfield defender for the try. Shout out to Ben Peterson. He just got an offer from Indiana Tech recently. An up-and-coming Division I program. And the kick is up and good. Ronan Bain continues his perfect day. And the Arabians now have a 42-0 lead. All right. Westfield will kick off here and try and get the ball back. Still searching for their first points of the match at this point. Any points would be consolation to the blowout they've endured so far. And once again, just a nasty hit by Ben Peterson on that run as he finishes off the Westfield defense and scores. Highlight reel play there for the kid. And now Westfield's kick is up. Fielded cleanly by Bentley. Bentley surges forward. Good tackle there by Westfield. He's back up on his feet, though, not held down. And now Jace Rambusi gets out to Ronan Bain. Ronan Bain to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson jump step, and Tyler Dickey breaks a couple tackles and goes down. Does a somersault and now places it back in the ruck. Ronan Bain pops it to Adam Farmer. Adam Farmer now with a full head of steam. Takes a couple defenders with him. Now Ronan Bain fakes the pass, gets it to Ben Peterson. Ben Peterson now stutter step, pops it out wide to Dane Apple. Ball pops back. That might be a knock on, and it was. So close to being a highlight. Arabians. And now Cody Day to hook here for the Arabians as they'll get set for this scrum down. In the first half, they resorted to no contest in the scrum. Now I believe they fixed their problem in the scrum, and they're going to go back to contesting. So keep this scrum stable here. If they can keep it safe, that'll be best for everybody. As this line out gets set here. Arabians with a 42-0 lead so far. The serve being very critical here in this scrum, not allowing any leeway. Ben Peterson at 8, Dane Apple at flank. Another whistle blown. And third time's a charm. We'll have another scrum down here. Scrum is set. Ball is put in. 8-man pick here for Westfield, tackled by Dane Apple. Obstruction on Westfield on that run. Great effort defensively by Dane Apple. Now Ronan Bain will try and put him deep here. Kick it into touch. Let's see where he can put it out here. As he'll set up an Arabian line out. And we'll have a line out just around the Westfield, maybe 30-meter line. Cody Day will throw in this line out. Arabians have not had a lot of lineouts here today. But let's see if they can continue this offensive showdown here. And so they're going to slow it down here, try and match numbers and line out, make sure everything's going according to plan for both sides here. That ball pops out the back. Arabians tip it backwards. Ronan Bain has it now at the outside channel. He'll just take it down, leveling the Westfield defender. Westfield goes for the steal in through the side, I believe. So we're going to have a penalty on Westfield, room to run for the Arabians as they get going here. Ben Peterson pops it to Chase Holland. Chase Holland now on the move. Chase Holland, big run there as the big fella rolls over, and he's right back up. He offloads and dives in for another try. How about Ben Peterson here today? Putting the team on his back, and now the Arabians lead 47-0. Pending this kick here by Ronan Bain, who, by the way, not to be forgotten about here, Ronan Bain in their conversion kicks. So we'll see. Subs are being brought on here. We'll see what the Arabians can continue to do here in this match and if he can keep his streak going and extend this lead to 49. And another kick, good for Ronan Bain. He's got to be one of the leading scorers of the day for sure. He has done a great job to continue to improve his game and show his value through his kicking ability.
Let's go, Caleb! Woo!
So now Arabians stretch their lead to 49, approaching that 50-point mark. Westfield will go for another short kick here. High up in the air. Stolen by Westfield, as they retrieve that kick. Cody Day was in position. Cody Day makes the tackle there. And now the Arabians trying to play defense here. They go for the steal. Penalty on Arabians. Westfield searching ever so close to their first points of the match here. As they pop it out, Chase Holland wrestles down the Westfield runner. Westfield trying to get in for the try, and they are. And now Westfield with a great try there, using that momentum to cut this lead down to 44, setting up an easy conversion. And now they lead only 49-5. This should set up a pretty easy conversion attempt if he can put it through. They will extend their point total to 7 here. Arabians with a little lapse of focus there, but still a dominant overall match for them. As we're almost halfway into this second half, inching towards the end of this full day of rugby for the Pendleton squad. Kick is up and good. Kick made for the day for Westfield, first or second side. And so that kick goes into the woods. We're going to have to fetch the ball out. Ronan Bain gets it. And now Westfield trying to make a late push here, get some points on the board. They trail 49-7. Arabians with some different personnel in here. They got to try and figure it out here and not let any more scores get on the board, hopefully. But still plenty of time for Westfield to try and cut even farther into this lead. I can't say that the game is within their grasp, but there's always consolation victory. And now Westfield tries to run forward. Vice tackle there by Dane Apple and Caleb Petty. Adam Farmer now rides the Westfield runner down for the tackle. And now the Arabians. They try and chip it past the Arabian defense. Fielded by Gannon Quiggins. Gannon Quiggins. Penalty on the Arabians. Offsides. So Westfield had advantage. Gannon Quiggins was almost off to the race. That kick into touch will put Westfield a little closer to scoring here, as they've got some good things going here in this second half. And as they're going to have a line out right around the 22, maybe about 25 meters out from the goal line. Into touch before it went out. Shirtless Westfield dudes that on the first side blocking our line out here. And that is a knock-on Westfield. Ball was recovered by Cody Day, but we're going to have a scrum down. Excuse me, that is a knock-on the Arabians. So Westfield, after what we thought was a stolen line out, will retain possession here in Arabian territory, trying to set up their offense. A thing to note, the Sir did allow contested scrums here to start the second half, so the Arabians could try for a steal here. Cody Day in at hooker. And he will blow the whistle again, stopping the game. I don't think I've ever seen so many stopped scrums in my life, but I guess safety is priority here. And the ball is put in. Westfield 8-man pick out wide as he is chopped down by the Arabian defense. Arabians set up to defend. They bring pressure here. Whistle blown. Penalty on Westfield. They turn it over near their own, near the Arabian goal line. Hurting their efforts here. Ronan Bain, high kick into touch. And Cody Day will throw in this line out for the Arabians. And so we'll have a line out here to the Arabians. Boost is a little early. Whistle's blown. Let's see what the call is here. So the Sur clearly a little disgruntled here. We're going to have the line out again. Arabians secure possession. Cody Day has the ball. Swings it out to Ronan Bain. Ronan Bain now pops it out. Ball is on the ground. Whistle blown. They're going to bring it back to this offsides penalty on Westfield. So the Arabians almost lost the ball, but luckily they had advantage from the earlier penalty on Westfield. Another pass bobbled by Chase Holland. That'll be a knock on. So now we'll have a scrum down to Westfield. And so now Adam Farmer will hook, switching places with Cody Day. Trying to get some experience in different positions here for these fellas here. About 12 minutes remaining in this match. The Arabians holding on to a 42-point lead. Okay. All right, so sorry, just adjusting our camera here. And there's going to be another penalty called. Tap and go here for Westfield as they'll get going. They got some varsity players here in the match as they pop it back in. And that'll be a clean steal for the Arabians. Penalty on Westfield, no release. Now Jason Busick gets it to Bentley. Bentley drives forward. Taking Westfield defenders with him before he is lassoed down. Not held down though, so he can get right back up. Now Jace gets it out to Ronan Bain. Ronan Bain now slowing it down, pops it to Adam Farmer. Adam Farmer tumbles down after the Westfield defenders swarm him. And now Chase Holland up the middle, grabbed by his jersey, stiff arm. He says, "Get off me." Now Gavin Graham surging up the middle. He's tackled by two Westfield defenders. And Ronan Bain now slowing it down. So side step there, and unfortunately did not go for him. That sidestep got him nowhere. Cody Day clears the ruck. Now Bentley runs forward, leveling a Westfield defender. Adam Farmer now working it out wide. Jacob McKee tries to get the edge. Jacob McKee off to the races. Jacob McKee will be in for his second try of the game. What a game here for that kid, Jacob McKee. As you watch the replay here, he leaps in for the try. Cinematic finish there to that run. As he scores out wide, this will unfortunately pose a difficult kick attempt for Ronan Bain, who is perfect on the day until now. Excuse me, until this point. Still a great kicking performance regardless. So we got some subs coming on and off, water coming on and off. The sir once again stopping the game to talk to the captains. I'm not really sure what this is about. I believe they're going to talk about the scrums and the no contest in there. Sorry. I apologize for the clock here. We are a little so they might wipe that try off the board, it seems like. So they're not going to count Jacob McKee's stellar try there. I'm not really sure what the call is, but they're going to do a goal line drop here, which means by Westfield, which means the ball was probably placed down by Westfield. So I suppose they somehow stole it. Cody Day retrieves this kick. He runs forward, securing possession there as the Arabians get the ruck. And now Chase Holland bulldozing forward through the defense, inching closer to that goal line. Oh, good run there by Adam Farmer, stifled by his lack of catching ability on that run right there as he knocks it on. And now Westfield has it with advantage. Dane Apple, good tackle there. Another good tackle by Gannon Quiggins. Bringing down the bigger man. He securely tackles him and nowhere to go there. Westfield turns it over. They may have had advantage. But it seems like we're going to have a scrum down regardless. It seems like it's going to be a scrum down to Westfield. So they had advantage prior to that turnover right there. Arabians, with under 7 minutes, maybe more in this match, have a 42-point lead. As now Westfield tries an exit kick. That ball goes straight out of bounds. And so we'll have a line out to the Arabians. Cody Day will once again throw this line out in. And so they're getting all of it sorted out here with the subs on the field. Arabians ready to run their line out. It seems that a penalty on the Arabians. So it seems that score that was taken back a minute ago by Jacob McKee, they called that out of the back. So despite his effort to try and score there, it was out of the back of the try zone. So that try was no good. Still a great run by the kid. Already had a try earlier in the game. Almost had another. And now the Arabian defense is set, as we'll have another penalty to Westfield. They'll get a chance at possession. A few minutes remaining in this second game of the day. Let's see if they can get going. They pop it high up in the air. Fielded by Westfield. Westfield has it. Possession on the move. They pop it out. Dane Apple tackles him. Arabians get set on defense, scrambling on their heels. Westfield tries to get a big run there, lassoed up by the Arabian defense as they get his ankles. Arabians bringing pressure here. They pop it out wide to Westfield. Westfield, high tackle there. That might be a card. Let's see what they call here. Dane Apple tried to get low on the already low runner, but did not get down there and grabbed him around the neck. So he might be sitting out for a few here. Let's see what they call here. And they're going to give him a yellow, so he'll be out for probably the remainder of this match. It's all right, big guy. So he'll be over here with me. And so now Westfield will have the ball with a little bit of momentum here. They're going to try and maybe put some points on the board here at the end of this match, as they have a one-man advantage here. Arabians still lead 49-7. As sun is set here, it's getting darker. This match is almost over, but Westfield looking to make a last push to get some points on the board. As he is dragged down, good run there by the Westfield runner. And now they get it to the middle pod. Big hit by the Arabian forward, Adam Farmer. And now Westfield stretching it out wide as they try and offload. May have been a forward pass. They're not going to call anything. Continuous offloads for Westfield here, refusing to go down into a ruck. And here we are. Another wrap up there. Call a penalty on the Arabians. Maybe a high tackle. As now Westfield tries to stretch it out wide, and the ball goes on the ground. That'll be a knock on. Westfield turns it over once again in scoring position. So we'll have a scrum down to the Arabians. Let's see if he lets him go here. 8-man pick out of the scrum. Gavin Graham surging forward on the move. Gavin Graham, breakaway run, nowhere to offload, but he goes for it. Arabians clear out the ruck. Bentley is stood up there after trying to get going. Jace Rambusa gets it to Chase Holland. Chase Holland runs forward. It's a big body to bring down right there. Ronan Bain chips it past the defense. Good kick there. Arabians giving chase. Good tackle there on the sweeper. Arabians bringing pressure. No penalty in the ruck. Ball on the ground. Tried to be chipped out again. Westfield got the chip kick out of bounds. Scrambling to try and get the ball back out of their territory. And the throw is up and good. Cody Day's throw is good to Chase Holland, freshman duo there. Chase Holland still on his feet, spinning out of tackles. He goes down. Stiff arm there. The Arabians are in for another try, and they break 50. Arabians now with 54 on the board. Cody Day starting that play with a great throw in the line out. And Ben Peterson back in the game, scores another try. Makes quick work of that opportunity. That should be just about the last play of the game, maybe a little bit more. Kick is up, and Ronan Baines stays perfect on the day. I don't think he's going to call the match quite yet. I think we'll have at least another play or two. And so after probably our longest match of the year. Yeah. In what feels like the second game for the JV, Cody Day bobbles the high kick, and it is recovered by Westfield first, but that'll be a knock-on first. And so we'll have another scrum down. Feels like we've spent the entire day in the scrum here in this second match. They're going to get it all sorted out here. Flanker comes in. And so Westfield now gets it to the middle, trying to move the ball to the outside. They nearly get it out there. They run a good switch there, but tripped up. Caleb Petty makes the tackle. Good offload there. Westfield running up the middle. A late push here. And they get it out to the outside channel. Running out of room to run. And he's taken out of bounds. That might be the match. Let's see what he calls here. And now we'll have another line out. The game is still going. I know you're all wondering when it's going to end, but I think it's going to end right here. And it is. After a long, hard-fought match, the Arabian second side wins 56-7. 49-point victory in a dominant day, finishing off the Pendleton Rugby exhibition here of force. And this is Caleb Day, your host, and I'll be signing off. Make sure to tune into our next game on